afternoon, everybody. Silverbolt here, back with the third and, at this point, the last of the unique toys Terracons that I own, and going to be doing them in the form of Sinnertwin, who, let's face it, has one of the coolest Transformer names ever. It just rolls off your tongue, Sinnertwin, and it's just evil. Which suits his personality bio quite nicely, because even amongst the Terracons, Sinnertwin is sadistic. He's brutal. He likes to hunt creatures that are smaller than himself, though apparently he's also supposed to be scared of them, which makes absolutely no sense. But hey-ho, his character bio is that he is a vicious, nasty, horrible monster. He's a two-faced lizard. Which, incidentally, is what Cup calls him. In the episode Grimlock's New Brain, Sinnertwin is one of the Terracons, obviously. And he is presented, if you look at the episode of Grimlock's New Brain, you'll see that Sinnertwin, whether he's done correctly in the animation scale, is significantly larger than other Autobots, which means that when they transform into their robot modes and they are when they're, they seem to be about the same size as the other Decepticons, yet their beast modes are horrible. So if you see the point where Sinnertwin is coming up to Cup and he's going, "Me want an Autobot, rip and tear Autobot," and Grimlock and Cup basically goes, "I've fought bigger monsters than you two-faced lizard." He's actually really large. So, do the Terracons mass shift when they become robots? Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't seem to make an awful lot of sense. In the cartoon, Sinnertwin has two voice actors in the form of David Workman and Jared Barkley. So, one for each head! Does that mean they're a double personality? Well, they only have one robot head, so who knows? Who knows anything? Sinnertwin's animation character design shares an awful lot in regards to Cutthroat, who's the pterodactyl, to the point where if you don't know exactly which one you're looking at, it could be quite confusing, especially when you consider some of the the shading details that they put into those animation models. Needless to say, he has one of the coolest names out of all the Transformers, and he's a twin-headed Power Ranger Zord. So, onto the toy, because I'm going to cover the IDW parts in the next two parts when I eventually get Cutthroat and Hunger. So, onto the toy itself. Now, I've got him in beast mode, and I am going to concur with what Ben's Collectibles said. Seeing as I've done these videos in the same order he did them in, and I've had all three of these toys for a good while now, so I could have done them in any order, but for some reason I've done them all in the same order he's done them. But there we go. In that, this one feels a little bit lazier, and I do concur. I've started him in dinosaur mode, because I do feel this is where a lot of the problems do come into the fore. His weapons are these bendy safety things. Why they're made of plastic, I don't know, seeing as these toys are designed for 16 years and older, and I don't think most of us are going to go, "Ow, my eye!" But yes, they have bendy tail sections. The biggest thing that gets me, and this is where I do agree that Unique Toys kind of dropped the ball a little bit, is that and that. There's nothing there. It's just, could you not have put a little tab just in there? Only a little tab, even just a button, even just something to press into, just to hold it in place, because it doesn't wholly sit flush, and it is noticeable that it doesn't sit flush. It does the same in robot mode. You know, they don't sit flush on his back. They just fold over like that. No, okay, they do stay down without a problem. But, you know, guys, Unique Toys, they could have just put a tab there or something. Now, you can move the heads round so that they can be at the top, rather than looking down or looking up or anything like that. So you can have it like that. But again, it doesn't look like it's supposed to go there. It's like the whole thing, the whole robot is just that wire. It's just... I realise it might be a bit of a minor nitpick, but it is the most genuine nitpick that I have about this toy. And I'm also going to echo what Ben said in regards to... its transformation. I will agree, it's nowhere near as clever in regard, or even gimmicky as Blot or Sinnertwin were. But then in saying that, I really don't have a problem with that. You know, we all know what happens when I get my hands on overly complicated toys. I have rage videos like Make Toys Computron, or I just break it in half like Masterpiece Megatron. Other than that, I quite like his dinosaur mode. I actually think it's really nice. I think aesthetically it looks lovely. It's just that's just... I think that's just a bit of a... I think it's a bit of a missed opportunity when all it would have changed was... all it would have needed was just a simple friction clip. Friction clip is all it would have taken to get that right. Anyway, that's my minor gripe sorted here, there, and everywhere. Transforming this guy, it's actually very simple. These things pull out to form sickle weapons. Again, I have no problem with parts forming, really, so that's a very minor gripe for me. Well done. Besides, I do something else with it, which I'll show you at the end of the video. The heads, as I've already pointed out, just fold down. It's entirely up to you how you do it. They just fold down. The legs are similar to Ripper Snappers, but not quite. So they just unfold. You just pull them apart. No, I'm not doing that's what she said. You just pull them apart. No, I can't do it myself. That's it. You pull them apart and you unhook these legs and they just unfold, and there's a bit that you just push into the kneecap. To prevent the hollow leg syndrome, Hasbro take note, the legs fold into themselves. Sorry, the legs fold into themselves, fold over, and they just... So, just fold the leg in on itself. Top goes like that. The claws fold over, and you just turn it round. Open that bit, because it'll make it a little bit easier. And you just turn it round, push it into place, and it just sits in there. Sits in there nice and securely. The feet unfold. The ankle spurs also just unfold. And they don't actually require me to get a pen or a knife. Not that I'd ever use a knife to open a transformer. No. Like so, to give you the heel spurs. Simple waist swivel. And then the hands just... the claws just fold back. And the hands just... they will do when I get it open. Open the wrists. And the hands just unhook. And they just fold in on themselves. And repeat the process with the other side. So you've got them like that. And then the head is just pull out, slap down. And there we have Sinnertwin transformed. Much, much easier than Blot and Rippersnapper, but as I said earlier, that doesn't bother me. And in his robot mode, he does look quite nice. Maybe it's just the way the colour schemes work, but I don't think there's as much effort into, say, the chest decals and all that gone into. Though there is a much more obvious sign for a Repro Labels Decepticon logo to go there than there is on the others. Solid robot mode. Nothing really to write home about. There's nothing. It's nice, but there's nothing that, to me, hugely stands out about him. Articulation is normal. No light piping, obviously. Some head up, some head down. Not much it. Very, very... I love the head sculpt again. That is the one thing that has continued to just adore about these guys, is just the head sculpts just really just go bang. They're brilliant. Full shoulder swivel, though no up or out motion. Bicep swivel, elbow, and this guy has a wrist swivel. The waist, hips, slightly loose on the one side, might just be mine. That can easily be fixed with, yeah, it's just a screw, so I can just, all I have to do is just screw it and it'll tighten itself up. Sod it, that's what she said. Yeah, so knee joint. And again, same. Unique Toys seems to be a bit signature with their toys at the moment. No specific ankle pivot, ankle joint, but there is a pivot. But this time the heel spur goes with it. So, not a huge problem. It's still very, very poseable. Comes, as I said, the weapons that come with it are these sickle things, which, well, I don't know about you, but they look crap. So, what I tend to do, and it takes a little bit of jiggery-pokery to make sure that they're just in the hands evenly so they'll stay in, is I give them a bow. An evil Hank the Ranger. Kids, if you don't get that reference, go ask your parents. I hate the fact that I'm old enough to say things like that. Yeah, so I give him a bow. Which I actually think really does work. However, I have noticed something in regards to that, whether it's because I'm using them as a bow when you're not supposed to use them as a bow, or whether it's just the way the toy is going. I am starting to notice friction damage. Don't particularly think that's me. Maybe it is, maybe not. Maybe it's just the fact that it's soft plastic, because it does just bend like that, so it's not a problem. On the whole, Sinnertwin is a solid toy. I have no genuine complaints, gripes, or moans apart from what I stated in his robot mode. He's a solid toy. He does look good. He fits in with the overall aesthetics. And there's nothing humongously special about him. Can live with it. I still think he's brilliant. But based on the three of them, if someone was to say, which one of these should I get? He'd be the last on my list. Just saying. Again, there's nothing wrong with him. I don't dislike him. I just think the other two are better. So, there we go. That's it for Sinnertwin. And to be fair, that's going to be it for Abominus until I can get my hands on the other two. Hopefully I can save up some money and sort all that out for myself. And because I really want to finish this guy, and I've seen, you know, so many pictures of Computron and then Abominus, and then I saw then I was having a play with Nick Hardy's at AA, and it's just such a nice toy. It's so nice. But hey ho, we shall see, we shall see. But for now then, this is Silverbolt with Unique Toys Sinnertwin signing off, saying au revoir, adios, auf Wiedersehen.